Did this troll go too far?
Jennifer, I love big booty Latinas. So I sit here and I see, yes, I love...
You are out of line.
Well, I can't say I love big booty Latinas.
So apparently comedian and podcaster Alex Stein is going around to different cities, in this case New York City, and crashing city council meetings, and he is trolling them. So yeah, apparently his goal is to hold these left-leaning city council members accountable for these woke ideologies and policies they're pushing onto their cities.
The amount of times I've cringed while watching this video is unmatched. Just having him shout big booty Latinas like it's part of a rap video is crazy. I mean, if you're gonna troll, at least be funny. This wasn't even funny to me. This was just cringy. I mean, you could tell how awkward it made everyone feel in the room. Like, literally, he says it and people are just kind of like... I mean, it's part of the troll. You've gone to 20 cities and this is the best thing you could have thought of? Our 20 city council meetings is the best thing you could have thought of?
Yeah, clearly he's doing this off the top of his head. It's off the dome. He's probably not writing down anything ahead of time. He's probably going in there and looking around the room like, what can I say now? And he noticed that she happened to be...
That because you're a big booty Latina? My second favorite big booty Latina. I still think you're a beautiful lady. Little thick, but I like him thick. I mean, I don't want some skinny mini girl. I want somebody that has some cushion for the pushing. You know what I mean, Jennifer?
I mean, it makes sense. He said it to AOC.
Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
And she flipped out. So if he's trying to go viral, I think he accomplished it. Do I think this is too far, though? Yes. If any of you guys have had sisters, you've probably heard your sisters talk about a creepy guy, maybe a guy who stared too long, maybe a guy who followed them around, or maybe a guy who just said all the wrong things at the wrong time. This is that guy. I know some people might say, oh, I'm being simpy and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. As men, I think it's our duty to call out people like this. Because have any of you guys met like an extreme feminist? And I'm not talking about, you know, like a regular feminist who believes in women's rights because, you know, fine, fair enough. That's a good reason. But I'm talking about like the extreme feminists who like hate men, who think every man is a creep and gonna do something crazy to them. This gives them more ammunition. This gives them more ammunition and does nothing but to prove their point. It actually proves them right in some cases. And listen, I'm not a political guy. I'm not a left-leaning guy. I'm not a right-leaning guy. I just want to do what makes sense. I just don't think that if you're trying to make the other side look crazy, that shouting big booty Latinas makes you look sane. I think it makes you look just as crazy as the party that you're trying to go against.
I'm not going to disagree with you that this stunt he pulled is extreme and tasteless. I think, though, what he was trying to accomplish, for better or for worse, is to fight fire with fire. So he's like, listen, the policies that these council members are pushing through the cities are extreme and tasteless. We're handing out loaded cards of money so they can go buy filet mignon instead of giving them whatever. Okay, anyways, I'll stay away from the specifics.
Filet mignon.
But the point is, I think he was trying to be extreme and tasteless on purpose. Number one, because he's a troll, and he wants to drive traffic to his internet sites. But two, I think it's because he's like, listen, these effinish you're talking about that are so extreme and crazy, listen, I'm going to go ahead and be the opposite side of that. Which, to your point, doesn't necessarily really get the job done most of the time. So, it's drawing attention as a headline. We're watching it. People might laugh at it. Some of us might cringe at it. But is it really making us focus on these policies they're pushing? Probably not.
No.
So, yeah, maybe not the best thing in the world. So, but I will say that I did like at the end where he was like pointing at the cop or the security guard saying, hey, I can call this guy a dummy because I have freedom of speech.
You go to a meeting, I can call him a dummy. I can call you a big booty Latina. I can call you an idiot. I can call you a mask wearer, probably 5 times vaccinated. And I know you're probably going to get my... I can say all that.
Or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, that is the point. We're supposed to protect freedom of speech. We should not censor people. They can start censoring YouTubers.
I mean, they already have.
Well, actually, they already have.
They already have.
So it's like there's a slippery slope. So just because one person might get offended by something you say doesn't mean that you got to censor that person or cut them off or whatever, because it's a slippery slope. I think that's what his main point is. So he's saying extreme stuff to say that, yeah, it's extreme, it's tasteless, but my First Amendment right protects my ability to say this without getting thrown in jail.
Because you definitely ain't saying that in Saudi Arabia.
No, heck no. Exactly. So that's the point. And for that reason, and that reason alone, it's still a bad decision what he said, but for that reason alone, I will say...
You grant him a good decision?
You
You might not be the only person that's insane.
I'm gonna grant his underlying reason for doing it as a good decision, not what he said.
I'm gonna overall say that this is a bad decision. I'm gonna say it's a bad decision because when you go that extreme, right? And I'm gonna say that she probably took it as an insult, right? She probably took it as offensive. Here's the thing about the news. The news is always gonna sensationalize the most offensive part, the thing that gets people the most angriest. So even though your whole point is to prove that we need free speech, when you do that, they're only sensationalizing big booty Latina. So that's the part they're only going to focus on. So your message is going to get lost in the madness.
Mostly.
So to me, I think that ultimately it's a fail, but it's not a fail if you're trying to go viral, because he definitely went viral off of this. Right. So nonetheless, guys, if you think he made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you like big booty Latinas, leave a like. So I'm playing. If you think he made a bad decision, leave a like, leave a comment. This is Bad Decisions, Decision Makers. We're out.